What is going on, my friends? Today I'm going to talk about the most recent books that I've read, which is Phantom Valley, Stranger in the Mirror, and Fear Street, The Beginning. So, man, first of all, this is the first time that I read a Fear Street book. This is a book from R.L. Stein, and most of all, I've been reading Steintinglers and Goosebumps, your traditional Goosebumps from R.L. Stein. But I give it a shot. This is for a little bit of This is not necessarily for kids. It's for like teenagers. Let me see if it has like the years. No, it doesn't have like the ages. So, in Phantom Valley, my friends, this is from an author here from El Paso. She passed away a few years ago, Lynn Beach, but she was born in El Paso. So that's one of the things that caught my attention from this book. And when I started reading this series, I mean, this is the first time that I read this series, Phantom Valley. It's also your like a '90s kids uh, book series, and it doesn't tell you that she's from El Paso until the very end. Like, so as soon as I finished the first book that I read, which is like it's the evil one. It's about a possessed doll, uh, molesting kids in a Chilean academy, which is like a school, the dormitories and all that. When I finish reading, it tells you that she's from El Paso. So, man, I googled her, and I found out that she passed away a few years ago. Which is kind of like I started. I mean, reading the book a little bit after, so it was like kind of like, oh my gosh, it's creepy like that. It was creepy as it is like that. But anyway, so I read this book, and this has officially my favorite Phantom Valley book so far, Stranger in the Mirror. It's about some girls that find a mirror. A little bit of spoilers here. They find a mirror, an antique mirror that is for like being pawned or sold for like a very cheap price, and they buy it and they take it to their dorm, and they start seeing like scenes play out in the mirror. So they see this little girl in the mirror, and I was like, oh, and then the mirror goes back to being a regular mirror, just reflecting your reflection. But then another day passes, and they have their story going on at school. Their little dramas and stuff. And then another day, it appears again, the little girl, and kind of escalates like that until one day, like the girl tells her to like gets close to the mirror, and sees her, like they see each other. So it's like a portal, and then they grab one of the girls because there's two twins, the twin girls. They grab her. I mean, I guess just like that, just like in the here in the front of the book cover, and they grab her and they pull her into the mirror, and they pull her to uh, the past, like in the 1800s. So she's kind of stuck there in the past in the 1800s, waiting to be rescued. So her twin sister is the whole book is trying to rescue her. Just first of all trying to understand what's going on. Because all of a sudden the mirror stopped working because the girl in the past doesn't want her to go back because the little girl is alone. So she wants like that company. You know what I mean? So she doesn't want to let her go back. The girl does know how to activate the mirror with moonlight and stuff like that, but but she doesn't like want her to go back to the present because she doesn't want to feel alone. So I mean, it's honestly, I love it. I love it, especially because I've had some dreams about mirrors and stuff like that. And he like kind of like seeing stuff like that move in the mirrors, and like even like I don't know. I think I even went inside the mirror once in the dream. So I mean, when I saw it, I was like, man, this is so cool. But anyway, that's that, my friends. I won't tell you how it ends. And the other one is Fear Street. The book is cool. I mean, I really like. I think I like Goosebumps better, and Steintinglers. It's I mean, this was a little bit designed more for teenagers, so it has that little drama of romance and all that. You know what I mean? And obsession and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I mean, not that I don't think the book is cool, the story is cool, but I mean, these other books, I mean, they're I guess more playful in a way, you know what I mean? And so this was more focused on the actual kind of obsession and relationships, like romance and stuff like that. But it's still cool. It still has some few lines that I was like, man, this is so freaking out there. So out of the two, I mean, definitely Phantom Valley. I like it way more, and I can't wait to order another book from Phantom Valley. It's turning into one of my favorite book series, Phantom Valley. Man, the reason I haven't bought it is because they're kind of more expensive now. Uh, I bought the ones that were like for $5-6, but the other ones, since it's like discontinued, it's like a relic, you know. Um, it's an antique, so it costs like $30, $40, you know, just for a book, you know, like this long, like about 120 pages. Which when I buy it, will be totally worth it, you know. But I mean, it's like something I have, something I got to budget in and stuff like that. But my friends, yeah. But before I go, I want to tell you a little bit about my book in case you haven't read it or checked it out. I mean, this is the first book that I ever wrote. I mean, it was quite an adventure. You know, I love the process, and it was like one of the most exciting things I've done in my whole life. You know, because I mean, man, I'm always thinking about, you know, stories and fantasies and all that. You know, so like, oh, I'm gonna write it down, a little story. So anyway, this is available for free. If you want to just check it out on there's a link in my description. There's a link with a free version of it. You can just download it, a PDF, literally the manuscript. And it's also available for free on YouTube. If you want to just listen to the audiobook, it's available for free there also. If you want to buy the physical copy, it's at Amazon.com. Reveal Wondrous Destiny, and you could just purchase it. It's like for $5. Right now, I'm writing the second book, the sequel to this one, and it blows my mind. You know, the whole story, the whole thing. I'd say it's like 50% done already, half of it, or probably even more. The reason it's 50% done is because, well, the whole story, the whole plot is already done, even like the writing part, the first draft kind of. But since he's part of the story, part of the book, he's gonna be inside the castle. I'm gonna like have him. He purchases a notebook from one of the vendors there, so that he won't get lost in the castle. Since the castle is so big, so huge, he starts to get lost. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna start writing the everything that I see in each room to get organized, like the monsters there and like the objects and stuff like that, kind of to get organized. So that's what I'm doing right now. So the book is gonna have like drawings of literal monsters and stuff like that. He writes little notes like in a first point of view, and the other half is gonna be like a third person point of view. So my friends, I don't wanna, I'm feeling so tempted and just showing you guys like the actual thing, but no, I want to wait. So right now, probably this is gonna be filled up entirely with the levels, the rooms in the castle and everything he sees there. Totally based on Castlevania, 100% inspired by Castlevania. Probably this whole thing is inspired by me playing Castlevania so much. It's my favorite game. I was like, when I play Castlevania, I was like, you know what? I want to be the main character. You know, I want to have my sword, and I don't know if you guys have seen me like play with my machete and stuff like that. It's all about that. I'm literally training to act it out. You know, once I finish releasing that, I want to do the animation, and part of me writing drawing everything, the monsters and all that, I'm planning to just do an animation and just have myself like you know, like me, you know, not animated me, like me for reals in a green screen, and just like making myself through the castle, you know, because I mean, when I was younger, I was like, man, I want to be the main guy in Castlevania, you know, and just fight these monsters, you know. So anyway, my friend, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Which books are you reading? Tell me about it. I want to hear about that. All right, friends, have a good one. Thanks for watching.